Welcome to our video series on advanced features in Microsoft Word. In this video, we'll introduce you to the concepts of headers and footers. Now in this video, I'm going to quickly introduce you to the concept of the header and footer of the page. First of all, here I'm in Word 2000. And if you go View, Header, and Footer, and it takes you to the header first of all. Now, I won't talk you through too much depth on the functionality that these offer. I just want to introduce you to the concepts in this video. But for example, in the first page header, you can say, for example, this is the header of the page, and let's select that and put it in the center. So this text added to the header will appear in the header on every single page. Importantly, when you're viewing the header and the footer, you have this floating toolbar. And it has a number of features. For example, Insert Auto Text, so you can insert the page number automatically, and Author, Created By, and so on, to have some automatically inserted information. It's also accessible here. Page number, insert number of pages, format page number, and so on. For example, okay, I just pressed enter there, and this is page 1 of 1. So you see that's dynamically inserted. The values here, the page number and the number of pages, are dynamically inserted and updated automatically. You can see that by just putting the cursor there, and you see that the actual value has a gray background, which tells you that it's a dynamic value. And other options are Format Page Number, Insert Date, Insert Time, Page Setup, and so on. And what you can do is switch between header and footer. If you click here, it jumps you down to the footer. And click again, and it jumps you back to the header. So that's a quick intro to headers and footers and how they work. And let me just demonstrate this quickly. Let's go to Normal View, or actually let's close to exit the header and footer view. And if I were to add a page break, insert page break, and let's add some text. This is page 2. So now if I go to Print Layout View, there's the footer of page 1, and if I keep scrolling up, there's the header of page 1. This is the header of the page. This is page 1 of 2. Note that it appears dimmed or grayed out because it's the header. If you want a shortcut to see the header or the footer, just double-click here, and it takes you back to the header or footer editing area. But let's close that. So there's page 2, and interestingly, you can see that the header and footer don't transfer across to page 2. So let me explain why. Okay, I've gone to Normal View to delete the page break I added. Just delete that, and instead insert break, section break, next page, OK. I'll go into this in more detail in later videos because this is just a quick introduction to headers and footers, so I don't want to get too sidetracked in the details here. But this is something to bear in mind if you come across similar issues. So, section break, next page. And now, if we go File, Print Preview, here's page 1. Let's zoom in. And okay, here's the header on page 1. So this is page 1 of 2. And let's scroll down. And there's the footer. And okay, there's the header of page 2. This is page 2 of 2. And if we scroll down, there's the footer. So you can see in this instance I changed the break style between pages and the header copied across over the pages. So that's how headers and footers work. In theory, you enter the header or footer text on one page and it automatically gets added to all the pages. And also, you can have dynamically updated information such as page number, number of total pages, and so on. Okay, and in Word 2003, very similar. View, header and footer, and pretty much the same functionality. It looks a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same. You can insert auto text, insert page number, number of pages, and so on. And there's the header, and you can jump between the header and the footer here. And okay, we've jumped down to the footer, and switch back to the header, and there we go. So that's a quick introduction to the header and footer within Microsoft Word, what the concept is and how it works. It's very beneficial, for example, for setting up page numbers, for putting whatever information you want at the top and bottom of every page. Again, I won't go into too much detail here, but you can break up the document into sections as you saw, so the header and footer only carry across within that section. So if you have a header on one page, it doesn't necessarily need to carry across to every single page. You could just have it carry across within a section of the document that you choose. But again, that's a more advanced option, a more advanced functionality. But those are functions that can be used when you combine headers and footers with different styles of breaks, particularly if you have page breaks as you saw, and also if you have different types of section breaks as well. But section break types keep their document in the same section, whereas, as you saw, a page break did not.